All right, so I'm back now. The guy that I talked to just for you, he was actually pretty nice, and said that the river actually runs right along the road, right up here, about just under a half a mile, I believe, and it runs along next to the road. So we'll go from there. When I told him what I did about dropping the GoPro in the river, and he's like, I said, I do it to see if there's any fish in there or anything like that, and it's kind of cool. And he said, well, I don't think you're going to find any fish in there. And he's probably correct, because I imagine that it's probably been dried up. But I'm still going to do it. So we'll go from there. Probably won't see anything now that he has said that. So, but at least I did it. And then maybe I'll try to see if I can drop it in a Tellico River too, if we have time. But currently, right now, it's 1:55, and yeah, we're out of ways. So there's a one-lane bridge ahead. This should be interesting. He was telling me how, like, there's different parts that you can get in by, and apparently there's a trail up there that has 7 different falls, which is really cool. But I'm not going way up there. That's kind of way out of the way for me. I'm good. I just wanted to go to the Coker River and then head on back over there. I had no idea it was going to take me this far down here. I literally thought that, for some reason, I thought Coker Creek or whatever was actually on the other side of Tellico Plains by a couple miles, but I feel like we've already driven 20 miles. And again, I've never been over here, so I don't know. But yeah, so, and I'm suspecting here shortly we'll see a creek that runs along the highway. Okay, so that may be Coker Creek right there that's running along the highway. Because that's what he said. He's like it'll run along next to the road. Places are closed, it looks like. Oh, that semi's in my lane. So I don't believe there's a good spot to actually do that here, just because, unless there's a pole off. And this is Coker Creek right here that's running along, I'm suspecting, right along the road right here. I'm not seeing a good spot to actually pull off. So what I believe I'm going to do now is I'm just going to find a spot to turn around and head on back, because we're going, I mean, we're quite a ways away from home now. Well, oh well. It's not the end of the world, but that kind of sucks. I mean, we're a ways from Tellico Plains, and Tellico Plains is kind of out there, so, but yeah. And like that guy said, he's like, doubts there's any fish in there because it probably dries up. I'm starting to believe that too. So I thought it would be bigger than what it is, but obviously that's not the case. So well, it was a pretty little drive for sure, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna call this a wash. Oh well. And again, that's Coker Creek that runs along the road right there. So, and it's exactly a creek, not a river, a creek. So now we'll end up catching up with the truck driving, or the trucker that went around this curve, and that other one back there, because they're gonna go slow off the mountain, I imagine, and I don't blame them. I would be too. So, but the dairy goat family. Look at that road. cool little sports cars. What is this person doing? They're just stopped in the middle of the road. Like, what the heck? Goes the decline off the mountain, 7% grade. Look at those mountains. That is so beautiful. Wow. And it's just like you see them from behind us, you see them on the side of us, in front of us. Like, that is so cool. I imagine that was a national park sign that was there that got probably vandalized or stolen or something, or fell off. I don't know. kind of rain now. Little sprinkly sprinkles. I believe that's a dirt road. I'm not going down a dirt road today. Not for 3 miles. If it was a paved road, maybe, but the dirt road, I'm going to pass on that. Tellico Plains is up the ways a little bit. So like I said, I feel like we probably went 10 to 15 miles up there, saw Coker Creek or whatever, but it just didn't pay and there wasn't a place to pull off. I mean, that little driveway was pretty nice and remote, but like I don't want to go down there and get in trouble for going down there and trying to drop a GoPro in the creek. Maybe some other time down in the future we'll come back up here and actually go all the way to where the falls are. Look at those mountains. So I believe we're off the mountain now, I believe. We are now in Tellico Plains. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to Tellico Beach Diner now. They have a spot down there where I could probably drop the GoPro in and go from there. Oh, there's some more BMWs or something. So if this stuff all looks familiar, it's because we were just over here and we decided to come back this way because you wouldn't be able to drop a GoPro in that creek, in Coker Creek or whatever. So I'm going to try to see if I can drop it over here in the Tellico River now. And if that doesn't work, then we're just going to call it a wash for today, which wouldn't be bad. I mean, it gives me time to go home anyway. But I definitely would. I think it'd be kind of cool to actually see what we see in there. The water's really rushing too, so that's cool. Those 3 motorcycles I just drove by were actually at the gift shop that I stopped at earlier. So there'll be a video on that. I didn't say anything to him. I just know because the one has the Marine Corps flags on it, and like, at least I believe that's the person. Maybe it's not. I don't know. That bridge right there that goes across over there is so cool. Too bad it's private property. There's a Tellico Plain Diner.